Good evening, everyone. This is Will, just checking in with everyone. Today it's Sunday at 11:30 p.m. I actually just finished recording this entire video and then realized that there was absolutely no audio. So this is the second time, and hopefully I'll do it better this time. So I just wanted to give everyone a quick update on how it went at the show. Um, and the news is unfortunately not very well. It cost me $100 to get the table. I made about $90 and I spent five. So I lost a little bit of money there. Um, Only sold three items, and only one of them was a real sale where someone just walked up to the table and said, "Hi, I'd like to purchase this." The other one was a friendly deal with one of my neighbors. Um, they were looking for an item. I offered to just give it to them, but they insisted that they pay for it, which was pretty nice. And then Matt Swafford, who put on the show, very graciously came to my booth and bought a pretty big ticket item towards the end there. So I really do appreciate that as well. Now, I've thought, I came home from the show, started at 4 a.m., didn't have to be there till 6, but I couldn't sleep last night. Excuse me. I got to the show at 6, probably was set up by 7 or 7:30, and then sat around the rest of the time just visiting other booths, chatting with some of the folks that were there, and it was a lot of fun. But it was much earlier than I'm used to getting up. So after the show, needless to say, I had something to eat and I took a long nap, which has kind of screwed me up here, as I'm wide awake now and it's 11:30 at night. So um, you know, I thought it'd be. I thought long and hard on what I could have done differently, and I wrote a little bit of it down. So I'll be reading, and you'll be able to tell I'm reading because I'm not very good at this. But I just thought it'd be for me. It would feel better to just talk about some of these items, though. The first factor would be pricing. Were my prices too high? Were people walking by just because they didn't like what the prices that I posted on there? I don't know. I thought it was pretty common in toy shows that if you saw a price that was too high, offers could be made and whatnot, and I even verbally offered discounts to a lot of the lookers, especially towards the end of the show, and really didn't get any takers. I feel my prices were pretty fair. I even spotted a few of the identical items at some of the other booths. They didn't have it many, they just had one or two pieces, but their prices were very similar or maybe even higher in some cases. And then I checked back again towards the end of the show and I didn't see theirs sold either. So it's not like, someone else was moving the same product and I wasn't. And there was only a few examples of that. So it's not like I could really, scientifically nail this down or anything. But I could be wrong. I didn't get much feedback, negative or positive. So either way, for all I know, it could have been the laughing stock of the show. This buffoon with all this, 90s stuff. But it could all be in my head. I don't know. Um, the second thing would be the selection. Were the items that I had presented the items people are looking for? No, not really, because no one bought anything. Other than a few people saying, I remember those, I had that, or cool. Not many interested in purchasing my selection. My table was pretty unique compared to the others I saw. There was a very good mix of vintage, new, and other stuff, namely like Funko Pops and some cards and video games and stuff. But like I observed from my viewings of toy show walkthroughs, last week I watched a bunch of videos of toy show walkthroughs as I was doing my work, and I noticed there's not many full tables of things that I had. And my assumption was that's because these vendors know people aren't looking for it, or you know, it could be something else. I mean, there's another thing I observed, and I don't know if anyone else has noticed this or anyone with experience in doing toy shows or vendors knows anything more, about this than I do, as this is my first show. But it did seem like a lot of vendors at toy shows have new, on the shelf at the stores product in their booth, and a lot of it. So, is that a trend that's been going on for some time now? Is that something I just latched onto in the videos of a sea of tables? I just noticed the ones that had the new stuff. I don't know. It could be, but I'm always welcome to that feedback. And then as far as Funko Pops, I mean, people rag on them, but they're popular. People were buying them. I saw a lot of families with kids and things, and they came in and they were popping. I was sandwiched between two Funko Pop vendors basically, and they seemed to be busy and handing bags over and accepting cash all day. And like I said, especially those ones with the kids. That could be a factor as well. And then the third thing, the crowd. I didn't ask at the end of the show, so I don't know. But was the turnout as good as expected, or was it even a contributing factor? Could that have been better? Maybe, but I don't blame anyone, the venue, or anyone else for my failure. I only blame myself. And then, some of the final thoughts I had on the whole experience, or the experience as a whole. Well, first and foremost, it was fun. I had a blast. I had fun sorting and unpacking my items that have been stored away for a long time. I got to spend a day with some really fun and cool people at the show. Um, you know, I'm grateful. I want to thank, Grindhead Jim for hosting me on stream to begin this thing, helping me set up my own streaming. And without his help, I probably wouldn't have done any of this. I want to thank Bill from Weird Fantastic Toy Adventures for hanging out on me with me, joining me on stream, and taking the time to pop in and just chat with me and help me talk me through a few items there. Um, I think Jordan even jumped in and uh, when we got the Lego stuff, he jumped on and he was talking about that. So that was great. So anyone that joined me on stream, very helpful. Um, and then especially though, I want to thank everyone that tuned in and everyone that tuned in. Spent that time with me, going through my old stuff and sharing a journey with me. Um, you guys encouraged me, and it is so appreciated. I doubt I would have gotten very far through this stuff without your support or your encouragement. I probably would have just gone through a couple of boxes, filled a table, called it a day. I wouldn't have been motivated to do it without your encouragement. And once again, thanks to Matt for putting the show together. I hope he does more shows like that in the future. I'd love to give this another try. Um, and finally, I can't think of a lot of things that I've done in my life that went perfect the first time. I mean, I got my ass kicked today, and I don't have a clear answer as to why, but I'm not going to let it keep me down. I think I'm just going to dust myself off and give it a try again. I'll change up my tactics, diversify my strategy, and try different things. Um, Online is probably going to happen. I have got a couple of people that viewed the show and reached out to me, and I did say that if things didn't sell at the show, I'd be happy to ship it to them. So I've got, a handful of people doing that, and I'd like to do more. If you saw something you liked, feel free to message me. Anytime, just message me, and we could talk about it, and you'll probably get a really good price. So Um, Furthermore, is this something as I continue to do this, because I have to continue to do this, because I do need to declutter, I do need the space. That's the biggest factor. Is just it's just too much stuff. Is this something that anyone would like to see? Because I'll keep streaming my efforts. Otherwise, I'll keep doing it on my own, and I'll see you all in the chats or on Instagram or in the Patreon hangouts. Uh, you know, but if you would like to see it, I could keep doing this. It's a lot of fun. Uh, but tomorrow it's back to work for me. So I'd probably have to limit it to one night a week. And it would probably have to be a day when no one else is doing anything or streaming or premiering videos or anything like that. So I'd have to look at the schedule and figure something out. But that's feedback you guys could let me know. Either way, I had a great time. Forever grateful for your support. And, you know, not really, this wasn't a negative experience for me. It was a learning experience. I learned what not to do at a toy show, and going forward, I can only try different things and you know, hope for better results. Well, I hope to hear from you guys soon. Hope to see you soon, and you have a great night. Thanks.